Convenience. From the first wood and stone tools to the first iPhone, humans have always been driven by the search for convenience. Over time, communication via letters became phone calls, which became texts, and functions of the human mind could be replaced by a calculator smaller than your hand. The desire for convenience is a big reason why humans innovate and why we are so advanced. So, what happens when a generation just leaves convenience behind? For the first time in history, the younger generation is choosing to go backwards, towards inconvenience. Far backwards. Though now journalists have access to devices that automatically can turn your audio into a written transcript, before, they were forced to record all of their interviews on a dictation device, like this one used in the opening, which uses cassette tapes. There was a time when vinyl records were the only affordable way to listen to music, and there was a time where if you wanted to listen to music portably, you had to buy a Walkman. You had to buy tapes, batteries, headphones. It took time and money, and it didn't even sound that good. So, why? In an age where we can access every bit of music and video digitally, will we ever want to go back? One answer could be nostalgia, a sentimental affection towards the past, which is often sparked by these physical formats that were once widely used. Psychology teacher John Wright talks about the effects of nostalgia.
My parents had records, so I would kind of play those, and I thought those were cool. And then when cassette tapes came out, that was kind of, the thing when I was young. And so, just, being able to kind of feel them, hold them, collect them, I think is a different experience. And maybe, kids today, once they're exposed to that, some of them kind of get into it because, again, like they've never had that before.
While the older generation has nostalgic feelings towards analog formats like vinyl records and cassette tapes, some also feel similar feelings towards compact discs, or CDs, a format of digital audio stored on iridescent plastic discs and read by a laser. Like vinyl and cassette, they are also returning after being mostly overtaken by music streaming, and upon release in 1982, they were favored over analog formats due to having better sound quality than cassette and being more convenient than vinyl. The CDR also made it easy for you to put your own music on them, another reason why many artists sell their own music on them today. Band teacher Brad Wallace shares his feelings about CDs and their impact on artists and consumers.
I think physically owning music, there is some merit to that. I know it definitely benefits the musicians, the royalties that are paid. They make very little when you purchase something online, and also a lot of times nowadays we look for a song as opposed to an album, and there's a lot of really famous music that was on the flip side, and only was heard and given playtime was because it was there. A lot of times I'm guilty of this too. I don't listen to an entire album. I just listen to a song or two, so a lot of music we don't get access to it because it's not on the album.
Though the generation that grew up with these formats is returning to them mainly due to nostalgia, it turns out the younger generation has chosen the inconvenient route for one main reason, that they crave connection. Freshman Mary Deeds and senior Kendra Pinkard talk about their experience with vinyl.
It's so cool because it's way more personal than just going on Spotify and press play. You can see all the artwork and has all the lyrics on the pages, and it's something you can hold, which is a lot more personal. I've seen a lot of people collect them and they sound really cool, so it could be sort of a collectible thing, like how people collect cards and stuff, like records, and you can listen to music on them, which is way cooler.
They're more than just a click of a button, I guess. You can sort of see the music being played. There's a bit more of an old quality to it, and then you can also get fun patterns on the records. One is clear and green, which is really fun.
Just like records, film photography has also made a surprising return. In an age where cell phones can take and share hundreds of photos instantly, the younger generation has turned back to cameras, some of which can only take 24 shots at a time. Each photo costs money, each shot is final, and you don't know how an image looks until the film is developed days later. Yet that inconvenience is the point. Shooting on a film camera slows people down and really makes them think about the framing, lighting, and the story they want to tell with the photo. Many people say it feels more real and more meaningful than just a quick phone snap. Photography teacher Katie Mangridge talks about the differences in digital and film photography.
I think it's special primarily because it's so different than what we are used to using in our everyday lives. Everybody has a camera in their hand all the time with a cell phone, and so film photography, in my opinion, really gets back to the fine art of photography rather than it just being like anybody can do it, and we take pictures of our daily lives, sometimes oversharing things in our daily lives, whereas film photography kind of like slows everything down. It makes people actually compose their photographs and create it behind or within the frame of their camera rather than just a real quick click. And so it brings the process of photography back to basically a fine art, which is why I think a lot of people are kind of enjoy it, I should say.
With both music and video, people are returning to physical media in realization that it rebuilds the bridge of connection between people and their content that is now gone with digital. Now, you're not just listening to the music, but you're a part of it. You press play. You put that record on by yourself. There's friction, energy, and involvement required, and the new generation really does crave this connection. It shows. Record plants are opening up again, and their sales have surpassed that of CDs for the first time since 1987. The new generation finds joy in buying their own music on bulky vinyl discs instead of weightless, lossless digital files, even just so they can hold it and admire it. It makes sense when we live in a world where the new generation sees music and photos as things restricted to intangible files on a phone. It's not about the fidelity, but it's about the sentiment.